Final league game of the GCC Women's T20I Championship. We are coming you live from Oman Cricket Academy. We've got an interesting contest lined up. Qatar taking on Oman. Well, it's time for me to introduce you to the star cast. On my left is leading team Qatar Aisha, Priyanka leading team Oman. To oversee the match proceedings, it will be our match referee, Mr. Nishit Punj. Can you please give it a flip? Tails is a call. Tails it is. Oman, can you come forward? You have won the toss. What have you decided and why?
We're going to go for bowling first.
Any specific reason?
No, we just want to restrict them.
What is the total do you think will be a good one to restrict them?
Maybe run a ball is what we're looking at.
We're looking at 120.
Yes.
And tell us about the team news.
No, we don't have any changes from the side.
Good luck. Give us a good game.
Thank you so much.
Batting first, happy with the decision?
Yes, we are ready with both the decisions, whether bowling or fielding first, because I think both are competitive teams and we can get them.
Tell us about the surface.
I don't see any dew or anything. The weather is really nice. I think it should be good for batting as well.
And the total that you think up against Oman would be a good one?
I think if you put around 140 to 150, I think it's defendable.
Team news?
It's the same playing 11.
Thank you very much. Give us a good game.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, the news from the centre, it's Team Oman who has won the toss and they've opted to bowl first.
He's just come into Oman, Rizwan, and he's certainly enjoying the weather here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Good, nice, chilly breeze that is moving across this wonderful, lush green outfields of Oman Cricket. The home team Oman in the much-awaited encounter, the final league game. Oman versus Qatar have won the toss and they're going to be fielding first. They love to do that. Joining me in the comm box, the senior statesman, the man who knows the Oman team better than most, Jamil Zaidi.
Thank you and good evening to everyone. We were waiting for this match this morning and finally it has come. The crunch match, though things looks to be in favor of Oman, but still, it's a cricket we all talk about.
I really feel that Oman's two legs are in the finale. I'll be very wrong in saying that prematurely or in advance, but it's almost a confirmation that Oman is in the finale, but still they would want to win this game and they would want to win this game convincingly.
I love that Oman should go winning this match into the finale. That definitely will boost their confidence, of course, against UAE, which is the top team in this tournament. I'm sure the way they have played so far, especially the match against Kuwait, I'm sure with the same intention, with same confidence, they will go against the UAE tomorrow.
Moments from the start time. I think it is going to be Alifia Syed who has the new ball in her hand. She's been exceptional, especially under lights, gets a little bit of late movement. And that's exactly what you will see first up. What a brilliant delivery, beating the outside edge.
When I'm sure Oman going all gun blazing. All gun blazing against Qatar. Alifia, she got 3 wickets in the last match. Brilliant bowling from her. So they started with the single.
Christina Elsa will get off the mark. They complement each other. Christina Elsa Jacob and Shruti Ben Rana. Two very good batters for Qatar. Both very attacking, likes to take on the bowler. And Alifia Syed won't mind it at all. Also, Jamil bhai, a lot of people that have come to cheer these wonderful women's cricketer.
But they have to come, they must come, because to cheer all the local teams always give them boost and confidence. Yes, we have been followed by so many spectators. Beautifully bowled. And moreover, Oman doesn't have any pressure at this match for now. And they should go all out attack.
Spin to win has been the key for Oman. Priyanka Mendonca Amanda De Costa. They've all been in great form. Brilliant effort at backward point, but still it will be a single.
We have seen this outstanding all three dimensions from Oman the day before yesterday against Kuwait. Absolutely brilliant fielding, spot on, bowling spot on, and of course batting. Absolutely, it was fantastic display by Nitya Joshi and Jai Dhania.
You can't be missing out on Jai Dhania Gunasekar. She's been one of those prolific performers for the Oman side, on whose back Oman looks even more confident.
She is among the top runners for Oman throughout this tournament. And what Oman needs from her, she is providing that. Absolutely confident innings she has played so far in all the matches she has played.
In the air, in the gap, first boundaries for Qatar. Christina Elsa will take it with two hands. It doesn't matter how it comes. Most importantly, it comes.
This time outside the off stump, she tried to smash it, but of course top edge. Through the vacant third man boundary, 4 runs. Anyway, 4 runs come. Krishna is a very, very good batter for Qatar. 1 over done, 6 for no wicket.
Samira Khan will have the new ball in her hand. A lot of support for Samira. In the air, past the player at fine leg, quickly gets to the boundary. Both the openers have got a boundary apiece.
Bad delivery down the leg side and just flicked. Just put the bat on it. Towards the fine leg, 4 runs. So intentions of Qatar also looks to be more positive today.
Isha Oza, 231 runs in this tournament. Rasangika Hera, 203. Zifa Jalani, 153. And then you will see Jai Dhania Gunasekar at number 4, 147. She would want to improve that, get closer to 200. Change in field. Fine leg comes into play. On the back foot. Drives it through the cover region. Will get a single.
I'm sure Qatar also trying to finish with the win in this match. They do have a good side, especially their skipper Aisha. Absolutely brilliant all-rounder. Always coming to the rescue of Qatar. Even in bowling, batting and of course fielding also.
Samira Khan, much fuller, driven. And a quick single will allow them to rotate strike.
Love this sound from the spectators. Now after a long time, everybody has come to cheer up this Oman girls team, which is showing wonders in this tournament. All may put themselves into the finale, grand finale to be held tomorrow.
Much fuller, Shruti Ben Rana very watchful on this occasion. 6 runs conceded by Samira Khan. That's a very different kind of a run-up. You'd see a tilted head rushing in At the moment, she's not able to get some movement of the surface.
Well, I think moisture has now come onto the wicket. So only thing is that she has to bowl within the stumps. The ball was skidded through the bats. That's the only way. I think movement is not much there at the moment. From here it looks like.
Outside edge goes into the gap. They have to be pushing for the second. This is good running, very good running by Qatar. Gets a couple of runs on the final delivery. 8 runs from that over of Samira Khan, the very first for her. 2 overs done, 14 without losing a wicket, Qatar. Now, if you have a look at the points table, Qatar have won 2 games. They're sitting at 4 points. The problem is the net run rate, minus 1.17. Driven strongly. Will be a dot ball. And then when you're talking about Oman, they won 3 games. They're sitting handy at 6 points. With the net run rate, 2.61. In between both of them is Kuwait, which has finished all their 5 games, and they are sitting on 6 points with a net run rate of 1.04.
So things looks to be extremely difficult for the teams to match the run rate. Smashed it beautifully from the meat of the bat. Absolutely brilliant stroke through the extra cover. 4 runs.
Almost certain that this is the last over given to a pacer. The way Bahrain, rather Qatar, I beg your pardon, is striking. On the up, thrashed through the covers. Despite that fielder in the deep, no chance whatsoever. It's a good batting surface. We've seen that through the day. And it only gets better under lights. Don't think that there is any dew whatsoever. There's a strong breeze. Inside edge, and it's going to be a dot ball.
Well, what I like from this Qatar batters, today is the first time in all this tournament we have seen their batters coming up with intention of hitting the balls, getting the runs. And that's a good thing. Try to attack right from the first couple of overs. Both Christina and Shruti, both doing superb job for Qatar. Good delivery.
She's bowled well in patches, Alifia Syed. Every now and then, she concedes a boundary. That's where she needs to work on her skill. Needs to also understand and respect the conditions. I think that she's bowling from the wrong end. She should have bowled from the Oman tail end, considering the wind. And that is the reason she's not getting some movement. Inside out, over point. This ball is again travelling very quickly towards the boundary. Might not get there, but certainly they're going to be pushing for the third. Won't get there. 2 easy runs for Qatar.
Looks they are absolutely spot on, Qatar batters, not leaving anything. This time outside the off stump. She opened the face of the bat over to the cover point boundary. The best thing is to attack right from the onset.
Run out. Needed a directed, affected. Priyanka Mendonca comes to the rescue. A big appeal. It has been sent upstairs. I think it is going to be curtains for Christina Elsa Jacob. What a moment. What a moment. Nothing working for Oman. And Priyanka Mendonca, with her magic arm, comes to the rescue.
And then she was having golden enough for getting wickets, this time trying to get run out. And I'm sure the confidence shown from the Omani fielders to stack the curtains for Christina. Way outside the crease. So, the first success for Oman.
What a moment. Certainly what a moment. The captain comes to the rescue. Standing at short fine, it was the inside edge. Christina Elsa was running for nothing. And that's the first wicket down for Qatar for 20. They're continuing to stick with pace. Getting her field right at the moment is Samira. She's prolific. The only problem is that she likes to swing the ball away from the right-hander. And the wind is not allowing her to do that. That's gone past point. It was in the air for a moment. Amanda De Costa will do the rescue work.
She doesn't have a good arm, Priyanka, but this time she really did the extremely good job for her team, getting run out the first wicket. Both batters look so much confident right from the first ball they faced. And in goes the captain Aisha, the mainstay of Qatari team. Excelled all the three departments throughout this tournament. A very brilliant bowler, dependable batter, and also a good fielder as well. On the back foot, just open the face of the bat. 1 run to the total. Was Christina Elsa and Rana playing well, but suddenly it was Christina who doesn't look back and got run out. Charged up Omani team. Beautifully bowled through the gates. Samira Khan. It was a good delivery, beating Aisha. Outside the offer stump. Just put the bat on. End of over number 4. It is 23 for 1, Qatar.
"23 for 1 after 4. Shruti, Rana and Aisha. Aisha just arrived at the crease thanks to some wonderful, brilliant work in the field by the skipper Priyanka. getting the better of Christina Elsa Jacob. At one point of time, both the batters were looking absolutely destructive. Couple of boundaries for Christina. And now they'll have to stitch up a partnership from here on.
Definitely, yes. If they need to have a good score on the board, couple of partnerships are required from the top order.
A lot of support for the home team Oman. If you can hear the noises in the background, plenty of support, I must say. And Team Oman, they've managed to put a lid on the scoring after that run out. A look at the crowd there cheering the women's team of Oman. Remember, it's the final league game. Straying onto the pads, a full toss delivery, just did not middle it. It'll just be a single.
Top edge of the bat. Luckily not went to the fielder. Mistimed, miscued shot from Aisha. Well, I think after a long time we have seen some noises from the crowd. We have seen the day before yesterday when Kuwait was again playing Oman. And it's always good to come and cheer the home team.
Well, absolutely. And I think they will be looking closely for the match to be lined up tomorrow, the big finale. It's a weekend here in Oman. Rana just slowing things slightly down after the departure of the opening batter, Christina.
Outside the off stump, cut very nicely. And slight, slopey fielding through the gates, 4 runs.
Yeah, just a bit sloppy on that occasion. That should have been stopped. Sweeper cover was stationed there, just could not reach on time. Yeah, should have been stopped. A boundary nonetheless for Qatar. They've got a deep square leg and a sweeper cover outside the 30-yard circle. The idea is to bowl towards the off-stump channel. Another good delivery. That's exactly where she's got to be. End of over number 5. Qatar are 29 for 1.
It's a beautiful weather, chilly evening here at Muscat with the beautiful Oman Cricket Academy ground. Full lights on. Heavy wind is blowing across the ground, making the things more chiller.
Wavered, that will be a wide bit of exercise for the umpires on field. Yeah, the first game that we witnessed today, the temperature was about 24 to 25 degrees Celsius, and the midday game that was played between UAE and Bahrain, it was hot and humid, and now all of a sudden we see a complete change in the weather. And Aisha gets a boundary for Team Qatar.
And I hope that we'll have to see how she get that boundary. Just flick of the bat, very faintest of the edge of the bat towards the fine leg, 4 runs. There are chances of rain tomorrow as expected, but obviously the weather will going to be more cooler tomorrow if the prediction will be right.
Well, we don't want to have a rain. We want to see that contest. Full toss, just didn't quite time it well. We can see Aisha, previous delivery, using the pace on offer, straying onto the pads, picking up a boundary. We would definitely want to have this tournament ending on a high, and we hope that there should be no rain tomorrow.
Yeah, we all expect that. Once again, there is a loud speak for run out. And I think the way the fielders are showing looks to be another brilliant work in the field by the Omani fielders. First for the captain, Priyanka.
Well, this is absolutely magnificent. That was a beautiful throw right on the money. The batter's not even in the frame, Aisha. And it hits the timber. Second casualty for Team Qatar in the form of a run out. Oman are back in the game.
What a brilliant piece of fielding. We're talking about this from last couple of days. Oman's fielding and bowling, absolutely brilliant. And the wicket that has gone, most important for Oman. What a pick up and throw, right, shattering the stumps. No chance for the batter to come into the crease.
.34 for 2.
What a wicket for Oman. Absolutely most important wicket from Qatari batters. The captain of Qatar, Aisha, leading the team from the front. It's a brilliant throw. Down the leg side once again. Looks to be a dead ball. So both the batters come back to their original places.
Yeah, there was a confusion with the batter taking strike, and I think that was a dead ball, rightly called by the umpire. But I'm loving the intensity that is being put up by the Oman team. Well, everything right about the approach. They're taking those starts. They are approaching quickly, and that has resulted in 2 wickets in the form of run out.
We're talking about Oman's fielding is totally top class from last couple of matches. Spot on. The fielders always on their toes. The ran for ball not to go, just not even giving one run. So the intentions, all the hard work done by the coaches is really paying off. Coach Desmond Bharat and Amerat doing a fantastic job for Oman cricket team.
Keeping things simple and clear. Chandiru, the new batter out at the centre, will have a lot of responsibility on her shoulders. Rana is looking good, 15 or 15 for her. Another tossed up delivery. Bisecting the fielders and will find the fence. Rana is certainly putting up a show here.
Brilliantly played, picks the nap, got beautifully between the two fielders. 4 runs to the total.
That's how the power play panned out for Team Qatar. They started off really well, getting those boundaries with comfort and ease. And then a couple of wickets going in quick succession thanks to the wonderful fielding at the fine leg by Priyanka, hitting the bullseye. And then Rana continued. Aisha picked up a boundary as well. And then a bit of miscommunication leading to another wicket, direct hit. 2 wickets in the power play. And that boundary in the previous over. End of power play, 38 for 2. Priyanka comes into the attack from the Oman LNG end. Huge appeal and the finger goes up. What a start for Priyanka. And what a way to welcome Pranav into the com box.
Certainly a live wire, Priyanka. We spoke about her not picking up wickets earlier in this tournament. And what a way to come back into this tournament. Started with 1 wicket, the next game 2 wickets, the third game 3 wickets. And now on the very first delivery, trapped right in front of the stumps. The left arm spinner is bowling really well when she's able to execute the arm ball. And that is exactly what that was. No chance whatsoever for Gertrude Chandiru. Incredible delivery.
What a start for Priyanka. They've taken a review there, but clearly, looking at it, there's no bat involved. The Nixons, once it is hitting the pad, we'll have to look at the Hawkeye as well.
Oh, it's set and gone now. You can already see the leg stump behind her. And that's where I feel that it's not going to be missing out on anything. That was a review out of desperation. And that is just going to be the confirmation for Gertrude Chandiru. Impacting top of middle and celebration start for the Omani women's side. They've picked up the 3rd wicket. Gertrude Chandiru is just going to be in the middle for a delivery.
What a start for Priyanka and Oman. Just when they thought Qatar started off really well, they've managed to create turbulence. Chandiru will have to head back. 38 for 3. The new batter walking out to the centre is the left-hander, Shahreen Nawab. Will have a huge responsibility on her shoulders. Trying to defend it on that occasion. She's got to be mindful. You cannot play off the back foot of Priyanka Mendonca.
Let's not forget that Priyanka Mendonca is oozing with confidence. 4 wickets in the previous match. A wicket of the very first delivery in this game. You can't ask for something better than that.
What a start. Definitely brilliant start for Priyanka. And you can see Nawab, she's trying to be defensive. Well, I reckon if there's anything in your slot, you should just go ahead with it. And since you've lost those 3 wickets, this is exactly what will happen. The runs will stop and the batters will tend to become more defensive.
And they can't afford to do that. It's a 20-over game. You will soon see Amanda De Costa from the other end, and that's where things will transpire very quickly. A single to get Shahreen Nawab off strike and off the mark as well.
I'm going to put you on spotlight. We spoke about the batters who've done extremely well. You've been calling out the games, Pranav. I would want to get your views, especially on the bowlers and especially about the spin department.
If you're talking about the spinners, starting with Oman, 2 players that you can't miss out. One is Priyanka Mendonca. She's leading the list. She was at 7 wickets with that wicket. I think she's at 8 wickets in this tournament. One player who's not picked up a lot of wickets but has been very integral, very crucial in the performances of Oman is Amanda de Costa. Very tight. Jai Dhania has done well in patches. She can do much better. We'll talk more about it. 7 overs done, 39 for the loss of 3. You ask for the devil arrives, Amanda de Costa. And that's how the opponent sees her. She's nothing less than a devil because she comes and the tremors are on for the batting side. She'll not give a freebie.
Known to create turbulence as De Costa, will be bowling in tandem with Priyanka Mendonca. It'll be interesting to see how she plans out today.
She'll fire it in. Just like that. Sliding on the leg side on this occasion though, but she doesn't give any chance whatsoever for the batters. That's the quality of Amanda de Costa.
And I think she's got that arm delivery as well. It's really difficult as a batter to judge what is coming your way. So you've got to be mindful. Watch out for a release point till the end.
And then she's a great fielder of her own bowling as well. So all those drives, she will restrict them. So picking up a single is very difficult. You have Nitya Joshi standing at covers. You have Jai Dhania standing at mid-wicket. So that's the trio. That's her main thing. She'll bowl fuller over her head on this occasion. It's going to be a single.
Mixing it up really well. Slightly fuller on that occasion. Enticing the batter to go after the long off region is De Costa. Rana will have to stay for longer period of time just to get their team to a formidable total, to give something for the bowlers to play at.
To what I've seen, Shruti Benrana in the tri-series, in this tournament as well, she likes to go after the bowler. She's not going to be playing second fiddle. She's very effective when she's playing positive cricket. And she'll take a liking of Amanda de Costa. And Amanda de Costa will love it. No ball on this occasion. Commentator's curse? Is there something called commentator's curse?
Well, it's about the number of fielders placed, I reckon. And immediately, the umpire, eagle-eyed. Well, a free hit on offer. Perfect time for Rana to free her arms.
In tennis, you have unforced errors. Wonder what is it in cricket? Amanda de Costa, full toss, heaved on the leg side. It's found the gap. Two fielders converging. They've done pretty much well, in my understanding. Nitya Joshi, the fielder there. Whether she's touched the rope in the process or not, that's something that is going to be inquired by the umpire.
It will certainly be referred upstairs and a boundary check will be made. I reckon there was a contact with the boundary line. It's been referred upstairs.
This time on the offside. She's liking the pace of Amanda de Costa and she's making good use of it, Shruti Benrana. She's a good striker of the cricket ball.
We certainly have seen that in the power play. When she came out to bat with full intent, she slowed it down a little bit after the departure of those 3 wickets in quick succession.
And the biggest of the lot has to be Aisha, the captain. The kind of impact she has on Qatar is second to none. She's one of those most prolific players for Qatar. Drives it down the ground for a single.
Just keeping the scoreboard ticking. Just wait for those bad deliveries, trying to capitalize on the bad ones. And what I believe in, you need to ensure you milk those singles and doubles. Just ensure you keep the scoreboard ticking.
Talking about spin, you can't be missing out on Amna Sharif. You can't be missing out on Mariam. Two Qatari spinners driven through the covers, falling just short of Nitya Joshi on this occasion. 8 overs done, 47 for the loss of 3, Qatar. Mendonça to continue from the Oman LNG end. Looking for a wicket. Giving a little bit of room. And that's how she sets her batters up. She'll make the batters to shuffle across, and then comes the arm ball.
That's the wicket-taking delivery. In the previous over, the first delivery that she bowled was an arm delivery. Huge appeal, and without any hesitation, the finger went up. And as we spoke, another quick one from Priyanka. Well, I had a chat with quite a few players, and I did ask them, when you're representing your nation at the international level and you play a lot of domestic cricket as well, how different is it when you play domestic and the international? And they came back to me and they said, well, it's just that jersey that you're wearing. Otherwise, cricket more or less remains the same. It's that pressure of representing the nation.
Certainly that one word makes a huge difference, and the word is pressure. The pressure of expectations, the pressure of delivering every time you walk to the centre. That is so much more lesser when you're playing in the domestic circuit, because people believe in you. Even when you fail, you have more opportunities.
And I think this is where the role of the coaching staff, the support staff comes into play. This is where they've got to condition them. You've got to back them up, especially at the international podium. Give them that longer run and let them come out and display and showcase their talent and prowess.
At the same time, you have to hold them accountable as well. As you rightly mentioned, it's a balance that needs to be maintained. And that's where it's so important. Appeal, I think it's going to be sliding down the leg for Shireen Nawab. You don't want to be leaving Priyanka Mendonça, especially with that arm ball.
I think there's not much of feet movement from Nawab. We've seen that a left foot completely anchored to the ground. Brilliant over so far from Priyanka.
Much better. So just that one run from that over of Priyanka Mendonça. 2 runs in her 2 overs, and she's got a wicket to herself as well. 9 overs done, 48 for the loss of 3, Qatar. Certainly it's going to be Amanda De Costa that is going to be continuing despite giving 8 runs in her first over. She's the mainstay, and that's why the trust and faith for an extended term for Amanda De Costa.
Well, in a T20 format, 8 runs per over still acceptable. Again, a mix-up there. Miscommunication, bit of yes and no between Rana and Nawab. And in the end, they managed to convert that single.
Brilliant field change by Amanda De Costa, bringing long on inside the circle. I would have loved the long off to be inside rather. So just 3 fielders in the deep for Amanda Da Costa. Straight up in the air, catching opportunity, no. Run out opportunity, not really. Everything is happening in the middle here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Well, it's all happening. Didn't quite time it on that occasion. Played uppishly. Fall short of the fielder. Just a single. 26 of 24 for Rana. And it's 50 up for Qatar with that single. Another full length. Straight to the fielder.
Really want to see a few more players inside the circle for Amanda Da Costa. That's her USP. Something that she was doing very well with Sherry Nawab. Big shot straight down the ground. It's going to be only a single.
And I think that's the right approach from Rana. There's no need to be over defensive, and you've got to play your shots. And anything in your slot and in your hitting arc, you might as well cash on the opportunity.
Much fuller on this occasion. Run out opportunity. Certain run out opportunity. Poor throw from Jayadanya allows them to scamper for a single.
Where they need to talk, they need to make sure they cannot afford, they need to make sure they don't lose another casualty here. Running between the wickets has been below par today for the batters of Qatar. They lost 2 wickets, remember.
Beating the outside edge on this occasion. Will finish that over with a dot ball. 4 runs from that over of Amanda Da Costa. It's a halfway mark. Qatar are well poised at 52 for the loss of 3. And both the sides will take a much needed drinks break. The next 2-3 overs are going to be a very important juncture in this game because 52 for 3. If Oman can pick up a wicket or 2 here, it will break the back of Qatar. On the other hand, Qatar would want to make sure that they cement the position, get to the 13th over mark with another probably 15 runs without losing a wicket. And that's where they can go berserk in the last 7.
Yeah, when you have wickets in hand, you can look to score big. Priyanka will continue her 3rd over, and more often than not, especially after a drinks break, Pranav, we tend to see something happens, either the flow of runs or a wicket coming through.
I feel that it is going to be Shireen Nawab who's going to be eyeing that vacant deep mid-wicket area. Brilliantly played straight down the ground for a single. Nitya Joshi will cut it off and keep it down to a single.
A lot would rely on Rana, currently scoring at run a ball. She'll have to accelerate, get onto the sports mode, shift her gaze. But against Priyanka, not going to be an easy affair.
Heaved on the leg side. Nobody in the deep, not required because it's restricted inside the circle.
What I quite like about the approach from the skipper of Oman is she's consistently bowling to her field. And that's the result why she's just given away 3 runs and she's into her 3rd over.
Happy to be conceding a single to deep square leg. To what I know of Priyanka, to what I understand of Priyanka, she's looking and eyeing that wicket of Shireen Nawab. 5 of 15, she knows that there is certain amount of pressure on Shireen Nawab, and that's where she's happy and content to be leaking a single to Shruti Benrana. She's a great thinker of the game. She understands the game better than most. And then she'll produce deliveries like that because she knows that Shireen Nawab is in pressure.
Well, she's got that peripheral vision, I can tell you that for sure. Mixing it up really well, creating that extra bit of pressure. Clearly struggling is the batter Nawab.
And just so that Shireen Nawab is able to see it, she's got the mid-off worked upon. Shireen Nawab smart enough and just happy to be flicking it on the leg side for a single. She understands the importance of a wicket. It's a good game of chess at the moment. 11 overs done. I think it's a game in balance at the moment. In need of a wicket. Amanda hasn't come to the party. They've brought Jayadanya, Gunasekar, another handy all-rounder for Oman.
Marshalling her troops to perfection is the skipper Priyanka. Good start for Gunasekar. Sloppy, but it will still remain a dot delivery.
What I love to see, Rizwan, is the intent of Oman. Deep down, they know that they have almost qualified. It's a game of numbers at the moment. It's a game of completing formalities. Brilliantly bowled by Jayadanya Gunasekar, not giving any kind of pace to Shireen Nawab.
Nawab has to be mindful of those dot deliveries consistently, creating that extra bit of pressure on Shruti Rana. Just a single on that occasion.
If Oman can find a way to restrict these singles, if they can understand that it's not easy to get after the bowling and hit it straight down the line for a maximum or for a boundary when the bowling is very tight, and if they can bring in those fielders, that'll be a very handy approach, especially when it goes down to the finale against UAE.
I fully echo with you on that. We need to use all your resources. You need to attack. Just try to find a way to pick up a wicket, especially when you were able to pick those quick wickets in the power play. You might as well just go ahead with that aggressive approach. Good delivery from Gunaseka.
I like this approach. Everybody inside the circle on the offside. It's not easy to penetrate the offside. What I want to add on to this field is get the long off inside even. This one's going to penetrate. Not one of the quickest. Priyanka Mendonca. And that's where Shruti Benrana, as intelligent a cricketer that she is, pierces the gap on the offside, picks up a boundary for herself.
Well, she's considered to be a master of finding the gaps. Well, she waited for the delivery, went off the back foot, the transfer of weight on the back foot, and plays it towards the extra cover region for a boundary.
Things certainly working for Qatar at the moment. They're quietly moving closer to 120, and that's what they need to do. Driven, a little bit of a mix-up, but the poor throw allows them to scamper for a single. 6 runs from that over of Jayadanya Gunasekar. She won't be happy about it. 12 overs done, 61 for the loss of 3.
So what are your predictions for the big game tomorrow if Oman qualifies? I hope there will be no rain. Jamil was talking about there could be rain tomorrow.
That's what the prediction states. The weather gods are bigger predictors than me. But if there is a game, the way I see it is that Oman has nothing to lose. On paper, 9 out of 10 times, UAE are expected to win. If Oman can produce that 1 out of 10 times, that kind of a game where they can play fearlessly, they can go all guns blazing without any kind of fear, that's when they can get hold of a much settled UAE side.
Absolutely, and I think T20 game, it's all about, if you're able to get the top order. We've seen most bulk of the runs have been scored by the top order. The middle order and the lower middle order of UAE has not been exposed yet. So come out with a plan, chalk out a plan, and try to create some turbulence at the top of the order. And in a finale, I understand they've been dominating, but there will still be that pressure of playing a GCC Women's Championship final.
I totally agree with you, and that's the reason. This is going to be interesting. This is poor fielding from Oman, straight into the hands of Samira Khan. I think it was Samira Khan at mid-wicket, and they've scampered for a single, and Priyanka is certainly not going to be happy about it.
We can see that on TV, clearly expressing her disappointment. Priyanka, every single run matters.
She's conceded only 7 in those 3.3 overs. Make it 3.4 overs now. A deflection of the pad going straight to the wicket keeper. And in the process, she's got a wicket also. But what I expect out of Priyanka is that to utilize that player at fine leg on the offside and bowl a tighter line on the offside. Challenge the batter to go over the top. Fill those gaps on the offside, and that's where that can create an opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Another good delivery, keeping it tight, keeping it simple, keeping it clean is Priyanka. She's into a final over, just given away 7 runs. He's been brilliant with the ball today.
A single to long off means that Priyanka is going to be bowled out. What a brilliant spell from Priyanka Mendonca. 4 overs, 8 runs and a wicket. 13 overs done, 64 for the loss of 3, Qatar. Jayadanya Gunasekar is going to be continuing. Pulled on the leg side. Nitya Joshi is catering that deep mid-wicket area, and that's where it's only going to be a single. I think it is Amanda De Costa that is going to be coming in from that Oman LNG end.
That was a long hop. It should have been punished. Didn't quite time it on that occasion, Shruti Rana. And in the process, they've managed to pick up a single.
Really feel that the game is in balance right now. At the 10 over mark, it was somewhere around 50. They've not got 15 runs and another single to mid-wicket. This time it is Priyanka Mendonca who's faltered.
Yeah, hurried on to Nawab on that occasion. A quicker one. Singles coming quite comfortably for Qatar.
Sweeper cover. Another single. Yes, they have not been able to pick up wickets, but what Oman has done right is they have not left the stranglehold. Majorly on the back of Priyanka Mendonca, but she's been bowled out now. What does Oman have to offer now when she's been bowled out?
Probably go back to your seamers, try to change something. We've seen spin in operation which has not given them the result that they've wanted. It'll be interesting to see what Priyanka would opt for. Another good delivery from Gunasekar. It'll be a .1.
Certainly they're looking for a wicket here. If they can manage to find a wicket here, it'll be equivalent to the price of gold. And gold is very expensive at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. It's just moving upwards at the moment. As you rightly mentioned, the game is equally poised. 120, 130. Qatar will still be happy after losing the top batters.
Pulled on the leg side. Nitya Joshi will keep it down to a single. So 5 runs from that over of Jayadanya Gunasekar. 14 overs done. 69 for the loss of 4. For the loss of 3, I beg your pardon, Qatar. You asked for pace, pace on offer. Afida Aftab, for the very first time in this game, she's a handy bowler. Very different kind of an action, and she hurries on to the batter.
Good delivery first up. They've got a short third in place. And the kind of pace that she's generating should be all right. Looking at the field, sweeper cover, long on, long off, deep square leg outside the 30-yard circle.
She can't go back of length with that kind of a field. Beating the outside edge, she does get a little bit of movement. She's bowling to her advantage. The wind is blowing across the field. That means she will get a little bit of extra movement away from the right-hander.
That delivery has completely perplexed Rana. Just zipping through the surface.
Played straight down the ground and it's going to be a single.
Left hand, right hand combination. Creating discomfort for the bowlers of Oman. And a bit of exercise for the umpires as well. Moving from one end to the other.
Certainly, left and right hand combination of Shireen Nawab and Shruti Ben Rana. Never too easy. End up losing a few pounds.
And we in the commentary box as well losing quite a few points, going down for the presentations and toss and coming up to the second floor.
3 games a day.
But certainly enjoying. Good delivery, right on the money.
Looking for a direct hit, not able to make an impact.
Well, absolutely. And I think what Nawab has managed to do is she's managed to stitch up a partnership here. Not the way she would have wanted, not the way she would have wanted the strike rate to happen, but she's managed to stitch up a partnership here, which is extremely essential for the batters of Qatar.
Straight in the air, straight to covers, just when you were talking about the partnership, stitching a partnership, the commentator's curse comes into effect. Rizwan not staying away from it. She's given the easiest of catches to one of the better fielders.
Oh my goodness gracious me. This is an eventful over. Walking down the surface, just a gentle chip and a comfortable catch at covers. And this is a prize scalp. The set batter, Rana, will have to walk back. Qatar lose wicket number 4, 71 for 4.
They needed a wicket. They brought Afida Aftab. They've got a wicket. And the prize wicket of Shruti Ben Rana. 15 overs done. 71 for the loss of 4.
$15 gone, 71 for 4. Krishita Sarvanakumar walks out to the center. Gunaseka will continue. There will be change in the commentary box as Jameel joins us back after a brief tea break. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. No tea, my dear. I've already ordered tea. I'm waiting for that. Once again, there is a mix-up. Possibly the third run out seems to be. What a tremendous fielding by Omani side. I'm really impressed. There was a good partnership, the last one. In the air, but it just fell short of the fielder at mid-on, rather off 1 run.
It's that half-hearted approach is what I'm seeing from Nawab. Well, I reckon she's got the shots that she can play around. It's just that full conviction is not there from her. And now, since the departure of Rana, she's been there for more than 27 deliveries. So she's got to take that aggressor's role now. A lot of support. You can see the noise in the background for Team Oman. And imagine this is a league stage, Jamil. I would love to see how it would be tomorrow.
Will be huge crowd tomorrow. That's what we expected from those who must be watching on TV. This time took the bottom edge of the bat towards the third man, and Hina recovered it. She too have to give her a good word. She has shelved more than 10-15 kilos of weight, Hina. And she is now charging the outer field. That's a good sign.
Well, she certainly saved a couple of runs for the team. Still stationed at short third. 2 of 3 for Krishita. Long hop, but straight to the fielder. And there's a mix-up. And there could be a run out. And it will be a run out. Wickets falling at regular intervals for Qatar.
What to say about this outstanding fielding we have never seen from a Omani team. Absolute big mix-up between the two. So an easy run out, but all credit to the fielders. Plucked the ball beautifully. Look at that one, shot pulled away. Could not hold of it, and immediately ran the fielder out rather. She was almost going to shake hand with the non-striker.
There was absolutely no run on offer in first place. And in the process, they lose another wicket. Just when we thought that they were stitching up a partnership, Rana walks back, and now Nawab also will have to head back. Half of the team back in the hut. Last delivery of the 16th over. 74 is what they've so far managed to get. They've got 24 legal deliveries of this. Psychological advantage, they would look for 100. Completely misses it. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call to check if it's a bye. And it's been called as a run. End of 16, 75 for 5.
I hope this outstanding performance will continue tomorrow for the tomorrow's grand finale. Coming down the wicket through the covers. Because of those 3 run outs, the running between the wickets has become more slow for the Qatari batters.
Well, there'll be 2 commentators from Oman and 1 commentator from UAE. But it's going to be, we would love to witness a good game of cricket. That's exactly what we would look for tomorrow.
Well, the gentleman cricketer, we love to do that. We have to see a great finale tomorrow. Nail biting, that's what we are talking about, inshallah. Hopefully things goes like that. Then everybody will enjoy. Oh. Going to be another run out?
Well, clearly we can see a lot of miscommunication between these 2 batters. I've seen so many runouts today, especially for Qatar. That's one area they need to work on. The calls have to be clear. The calls have to be crystal.
Family members, some crowd there. Well, this is the first time we have seen Qataris losing wickets in runouts all through this tournament.
Tossed up delivery. Played uppishly. Goes towards the backward point region. The running between the wickets just again. Couple of runs added to the tally. Khatija Imtiaz, new batter, the non-strikers in. Maria Theresa, Lihara, Abesekara and Rohit Akhtar and Sargam Patel still to come out to bat for Team Qatar.
Once again, nicely bowled. Good run. Slight misfield there, and they go for 2. We have very rarely seen such sloppy fielding from Oman, but I know it's all cricket. Maybe the moisture is there on the ground. Difficulty to hold the ball properly.
I can give the benefit of doubt. They've been instrumental in the field. We've seen wickets going in form of runouts. But I think especially when you're attacking, you've got to attack with full energy. 6 runs already off the over without boundaries. Couple of runs taken thrice. And a dot delivery yet again.
With all those runouts, tumbling of the wicket, still they moved on to 85. Rizwan. And I think they might go to the 3-figure mark if they play all 20 overs.
And that triple figure mark will certainly give them psychological advantage as well. Good delivery, chipped in the air, falls short of the bowler and the fielder. Well, certainly creating a lot of pressure is Aftab. That will bring us to the end of over number 17, 81 for 5, our Team Qatar.
Jay Dhania. Gunasikara is going to bowl. He always comes, gets some wickets. The moment I said it, almost through the very first delivery, she castled the stumps. The moment she introduced, she said, yes, I can do that.
Well, she did keep a lid on the scoring, Gunasekar. She's been rewarded with a wicket when you're bowling those deliveries consistently at the right channels. A good start for Gunasekar in the final over for her. Imtiaz will have to head back without troubling the scorers. Good delivery. Yet again trying to play across the line, forcing the error. And a brilliant wicket. 6th wicket down for Qatar, 81 for 6.
Prolific run getter Jay Dhania got important wickets whenever she was asked to bowl. And this time she did the same thing. First delivery, it was coming down the wicket this time. Well, with the right thing for the batters to, spinners to come down and play those shots.
Yeah, you've got to go all out now, go all guns blazing. You've got 4 wickets in hand. You've got 15 legal deliveries left. There's no point holding out at the center. Another brilliant delivery. Gunasekar on the other end, contrary, not giving any room whatsoever. She's letting the ball do the talking.
When the ball is skidding off the ground because of the moisture is one, what I believe. Because she is not doing any, just tossing the ball into the air. This time onto the back foot. Plays out towards the mid-wicket for the single. And this is the right thing to do when the moisture is there. You don't have to do anything. Just toss the ball in there.
Oh, fall short, or has it been taken? Another one bites the dust. Cotton bowl of the final delivery by Gunasekar.
Athletic girl, showing all the glimpses of her fitness. Brilliant catch of cotton bowl, just inches off the ground. And wicket number 6 for Qatar. Look at that athleticism from her. Coming up. Well, just inches off the ground, brilliantly taken.
Great dexterity, great agility. She got her pet basket on and she collected it cleanly. 18 gone, 83 for 7. Patel walks out to the center. "17 is what they would certainly desire to have. Sargam Patel and Krishita will have to find boundaries in this over and the final over.
Well, Sarvana Kumar has to take some chance to get some runs because she is there. 10 runs on her credit. Into the air, just dropped short in front of the short wicket fielder. Brilliant show from Oman. Absolute brilliant bowling, supported by excellent fielding. And the most important part will be coming when we are going to chase the score set out by Qatar.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the run chase as well. How the batters of Oman will respond. Tossed up, another full length delivery. But what I quite like about Aftab is she's got that ability to mix it up really well. She's got those variations up her sleeve. And watch out for a slow one. And when you're able to bowl consistently at about 80 kilometers an hour and all of a sudden you get that delivery which is about 55 kmph, it certainly creates a lot of trouble for you as a batter. Another brilliant delivery.
I think Qatari batters trying to get some runs, but it's all the brilliant bowling from Oman that is making them difficult to get runs under the pressure they're already on. Well, I think there might be some injury. But today everything will be allowed, even with the injury, the way things are going. Pressure is already mounted on Qatar. Everybody is on toes. Small things doesn't make any difference.
She's certainly getting some medical treatment there, probably a magic spray or something. And we're all good to go now. Northwesterly winds, cold breeze across the ground. Bit chilly out there, Jamil. We've seen that first thing in the morning today. Aftab has 2 deliveries left in the over. Punch down off the back foot. Still finding it difficult to find boundaries. Singles and doubles won't hurt Team Oman. Skipper at the toss did inform that they would like to restrict them under 120. And they fancy chasing that down.
So far they are on target rather than below the target. 13 deliveries rest, rather 7 deliveries left after this. Distance to smashed it, and he was been given out right in front of the wicket. So wicket number 8 and goes to the third umpire. But from here looks like that the ball is hitting the wicket.
Well, playing across the line on that occasion, the only thing that could save her, I reckon, would be the height factor. And immediately, without any hesitation, Patel has taken the review. TV umpire will come into play.
It was a slower one. Came off the wicket a bit quickly, as we're talking about the moisture on the wicket. Batter has to bring her bat, but couldn't bring it back in front of the ball. Once again, the services of Nick Sense has been taken. Looks to be fair delivery.
Everything right about that delivery. Now we'll have to have a look at the impact. Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a closer one. Nixon's will come into action to just verify if there is an inside edge of the willow.
Yeah, it looks like that. Things looks to be that it will go in the favor of the bowler.
I thought initially it could be the height factor, but I reckon looks pretty much low. Nixon's comes into picture and flat line hits the pads. So no bat involved. Now we'll proceed with the ball tracking. Clearly no bat involved.
Seems to be a goner from here on.
And there you have it. Impact in line, pitching outside off, and wickets hitting. Review has been lost. Another casualty for Team Qatar.
Well, yes. Wicket number 8. Back to duck out. It is 86 for 8 Qatar. Over number 19. Penalty makeover has been done.
De Costa will come from the commentary box end. Tossed up delivery, straying onto the pads. It'll be interesting to see the umpire's call. Is it off the willow or is it going to be a leg by? Leg by signals umpire.
Well, each run is valuable for Qatar at this stage of the game. Only 5 legal deliveries has to go. Still, they do have a wicket in the dugout. I think he'll have to go and try to get at least 95, 92. And this is what we are talking about. Wicket castled once again. Amanda never let her captain to go, taking the wicket. Wicket number 9, back to dugout. 87 for 9, Qatar.
Responding to the call of the captain in the death over, Da Costa with a peach of a delivery. Absolutely no answers to that question. Qatar lose wicket number 9.
She's always among the wickets whenever she is asked to bowl. But this is the first wicket for her today. 3 run-outs. Couple of wickets. 2 to Jai Dhania in the last over. She got 2 wickets. Cut nicely between the 2 fielders. They are going for 2.
I like the intent from Akhtar. She's just come out to bat straight away, trying to pierce the gap. Rohit Akhtar. Full toss. But straight to the fielder, misfield. They look for 2, no, will settle for 1.
Well, great opportunity to get 2 runs at the stage of the game. Could have been easily 2 because she was running to catch the wicket ball, but down the leg side, she tried to swap. It's a wide delivery. A bonus run for Qatar. Some changes in the last 2 legal deliveries. Fielder has been put on to the extra cover. Coming down the wicket, slogged it towards the mid-wicket boundary. And she go for 1.
Number 11 is showing the intent for Qatar. I would have expected her to bat a little earlier on. I like the approach from Akhtar. Last delivery. Can they find the edge? They did find the edge, and the ball will trickle away towards the boundary ropes. A boundary to close out the over. And Team Qatar have managed to score 97.
Outside the off stump, she tried to cut, took the top edge of the bat, leaving the fielder stranding, and ball crosses over the fence. So 4 more runs to Qatar. 97 they have scored at the end of 20th over. Some excellent bowling and fielding by Omani fielders. Look at the scorecard. Right from the top, it was Christina Jacob who scored 12 for 11 runs. And Shrupti Rana got 39 of 44, the highest score from her. 12 runs to Shaheen Nawab and 16 to Sarvana Kumar. And there is no other batter who got double figures. So 97 for 9 with 6 extras. Still beautiful bowling from Oman.
Well, they started off really well, the top order batters. Unfortunately, a couple of run-outs in the power play. But let's have a look at the bowling card. Quite impressive has been the skipper. 4 overs, 1 for 8. Clearly the pick of the bowlers for me. 1 for 22 for Amanda Da Costa. Gunashekhar 2 for 17. And Afida Aftab picking up 2 wickets as well. 18 runs given by Alfia Asif, and Samira Khan giving away 20 in her 3 overs, 6 extras to the tally. Right then, we will dive into a short break from the commentary box. On the other side of the break, we'll have the run chase for you.
Won't be wrong in saying that action-packed drama continues here at the Oman Cricket Academy. A very good evening to everyone around the world that are watching this interesting encounter, the final league game of the GCC Women's T20I Championship 2025. It's a game between Qatar and Oman. Qatar put into bat first, have put runs on board, and that's where this pair of Nitya Joshi and Jayadanya Gunasekar would want to make a very impactful start. Don't forget that Oman have one leg of theirs in the finale. They've put in some right performances. Their net run rate very healthy, and that's why they are in a very comfortable position. It's unlikely that they're going to be missing out on the finale. It's me, Pranav Mehta, and with me, a man who knows these facilities and the development of cricket at its best, Jamil Zaidi.
Thank you and good evening to all the viewers all around. Yes, the last match of the league is in between Qatar and Oman. Oman did a good job containing Qatar on 97. Once again with some outstanding fielding, 3 run outs and some excellent bowling supported by good catches. And now once again the winning duo of Oman, Jay Dhania and Niti Joshi on the wicket.
Maria Teresa Jacob will start off by erring in line. Not the right kind of start that Oman would have wanted. Erring in line, Maria Teresa Jacob. On this occasion, the keeper is also not able to play a role. And 5 free runs for Oman. Just as I was saying, that not the right kind of start that Oman would have wanted. They've allowed Qatar to get in excess of 90, and that's where they won't be happy. But then, if they can get a start like this in the second innings, they wouldn't mind it, would they?
Absolutely. 5 bonus runs for Oman. Take the pressure off from the Omani batters.
And let's not forget that not any kind of dew on the field, and that's where it's great conditions to bat on.
Well, it was too wide and actually difficult for the wicketkeeper also to grab that one. This was in the arc, played it out. It's not easy, I believe, that both Nitya and Jayantania has to work hard, though they are so comfortably playing in these conditions in the last couple of matches.
6 runs of the very first delivery. They have not hit a maximum. They've been awarded 6 runs. Make it 7. Starting with a run rate of 42 runs per over. They'll have a big smile.
Well, take it in both hands, take it both hands. Thank you very much.
And they'll bow their head with pleasure as well. It's a certain gift that you don't get too often.
And that is true of the last game of the league, which is vital for both the teams. Though, as you correctly mentioned, Oman already have a lag in the finale.
Driven on the up. Something that has been very special for both these openers is the running between the wickets. A certain athlete, Nitya Joshi, runs like a cheetah between the wickets.
Absolutely. Jayadanya more composed, but Nitya is a...
So often we talk about manifestation, I beg your pardon. A word that I just don't get right. But so often we talk about manifestation, and that's where don't want to be jinxing it, but Priyanka Mendonca, since the start of this tournament, not just her, but Priyanka Mendonca, Jayadanya Gunasekar, Amanda De Costa, Fiza Javed, Hina Javed. I hope I'm not missing out on people. They all were quick to mention, we want to lift this trophy.
Yeah, Alifia Sayed as well.
Alivia Sayed as well.
But Hina has not done as much expected from her. But maybe he's not got the chance to play her true and game in this tournament.
Yeah, not a lot of opportunities for Hina Javed. Don't want to be harsh on her, but then sometimes manifestation can work in weird ways. Rinku Singh, who didn't do anything for India throughout the tournament, got an opportunity to score those winning runs. Big appeal. Not given in favor of the bowler. Nitya Joshi was looking to hit it across the line. I think they're going to be looking to go upstairs.
Well, I think the right thing for them to go for it. Yes, it has gone to the DRS to keep busy the third umpire. It's a fair delivery. Well, I believe the ball is in the arc, very, very close. But we'll have to see the ball tracking. And the nick sense also will come into play. Otherwise, things look to be a bit bad for Nitya.
Don't think that is going to be missing out on a lot. It's a very straight delivery that has impacted Nitya on the full. The only thing to the credit of Nitya is that she's far ahead of the crease, and that's the only thing that works in favor of Nitya. But I think that the ball is straightened enough. Pitching in line, impacted line, middle stump impacted, means that review is going to be retained by Qatar, and they're going to be picking up the first wicket. Nitya Joshi, on the very first delivery that she faces, is going to be sent back to the dugout.
Finally, Qatar got the first breakthrough. It's none other than Nitya Joshi caught right in front of the wicket.
Won't go for the single on this occasion. Aisha is a handy fielder. She's leaked a lot of runs. Maria Teresa. But then to go on and pick up that big wicket of Nitya Joshi, we do know how important she is. And then Fiza Javed is not a great player of pace. Run out opportunity, big run out opportunity, full stretch dive from Jayadanya. I feel they're going to probably go upstairs with the LBW appeal as well, if I'm not making a mistake. Not really.
Throw came to the wrong end. For now, if it come to the bowler's hand, could have been more dangerous.
They just needed a direct hit. They needed that big wicket of Jayadanya Gunasekar. They've already got Nitya Joshi. If they could get this wicket of Jayadanya Gunasekar That would be so crucial. Inside edge, they're going to rush for a single. So runs on offer for Oman, but at a very expensive cost. 11 runs for the loss of 1 at the end of the first.
Though a wicket has been down, but not a very good over from Maria. She just gave about 8 wide runs in that over. But anyhow, they got the wicket they were looking for of Nitya Joshi.
Honestly, Jamil Bhai, what do you make of that LBW appeal? I think that was way too interesting. Still not able to understand why they didn't go upstairs. That could have been close, isn't it?
Yes, seems very close from here on. But of course, I think Qatar should not leave anything to go for DRS. Because the first DRS was successful, goes in their favor. Fiza Javed also among the runs in the last couple of matches. Played a very responsible knock.
Erring in line, pulling wide out of the arc of Fiza Javed. She's very effective once the spinners come into play. She's a busy player, very fit. But early on, she's tend to struggle a little bit with pace on, especially with the swing. Cut well. There is player in the deep. Will keep it down to a single.
Taking the pressure off. Fiza Javed. I'm sure every Qatari bowler and the captain will be eyeing to get the prize wicket of Jaidhania. Nicely placed once again towards the sweeper cover, and they go for 2 runs. Throw came a bit late.
One thing that you will get with Oman is that they've gone off to a good start. 15 for the loss of 1. And that's where Qatar needs the services of Aisha. And she needs to bring in a big leveler for Qatar by picking up a couple of wickets in the power play. That's the only way.
Absolutely. And she has done that before also. Beautifully placed, coming down the wicket. Full force of the bat. Wristy stroke to the cover boundary, 4 runs.
Then if you have Jaidhania who can play shots like that, doesn't care if the keeper is standing close to the stumps, plays the ball on the full, just punches it, some good bottom hand into it. Lovely boundary through the covers, 2 overs done, 19 for the loss of 1, Oman. $19 for the loss of 1. Maria Teresa is charging in. She's getting some late movement. Fiza will have to be very careful because even in the previous over, she was about to leave one of those balls which was supposed to be sliding down the leg. But that late movement of Maria Teresa made sure that the ball curled in late. I think that was a goner for Fiza.
That was very, very close, but they didn't went for that DRS.
Qatar cannot leave any stone unturned. They need wickets. That's the only way they stay in this game. Pick up wickets and pick up wickets at regular intervals.
97 of 4, so not an easy target. It's a bit stiff target. But again, all depends how Qatar bowl and field and take the chances coming to their way.
Quick single will get there. So often in life, it is all about visibility. Maria Teresa, who started with spraying outside the off stump, bowling wides, and then she got her glasses from the dugout, and all of a sudden, she was able to have clear vision. And as a result, Nitya Joshi's wicket.
Clear vision and clear line.
And clarity. Add clarity to it. Erring in line. This is a much better technique from Jayadanya. You can see her watch it slide past the leg stump. And as a protection, she does bring the bat down. So just in case if the ball swings late, the bat is there in front of the pad.
Well, I think Maria is bowling too much wides.
Needs a wicket. Needs this wicket. Qatar in the air. Going for the quick single. This is going to be mighty close. I'm almost certain that this is going to be going upstairs. I really feel that Fiza Javed is going to be falling short because great piece of glove work by the wicketkeeper. Krishita Sarvanakumar. Oh, it's a direct hit. If it's a direct hit, you're never too safe. Fiza Javed is walking back even before the decision isn't offered.
It's a direct hit. Of course, she was too far. And whenever there's a direct hit, chances of run out almost 90%.
Make it 100% on this occasion though. Fiza Javed is going to be run out. Confirmations coming in. Second wicket down for Oman at 22. Comes in at number 4, Priyanka Mendonca. Takes the responsibility. Big appeal. Don't think anybody was interested. Maria Teresa is still interested. She's convincing the wicketkeeper. She's also going to be convincing the captain. Nothing doing, says Krishita Sarvanakumar.
Well, I think Qatar should take the opportunities as much as they can. Maybe in the replay we can see where the ball was going.
Sliding down the leg, and great work from Krishita. Just to get a hand onto that one, that was quickly going past her and could have well been 5 wides.
Well, I think the moisture is there on the wicket and of course in the ground. I think she's not properly gripping the ball, or maybe because of moisture it's going out of her hand.
I really feel otherwise, because there's strong wind that is blowing, and when there is wind on offer, dew is certainly not a factor in consideration. Looking for a quick single, will get there. Good runner is Jay Dhania.
Jay Dhania, the wicket I'm sure Qatar will be looking for. The prolific run getter. Cool and calm as ever. Played it out. End of over number 3. Oman 24 for 2.
Aisha generally bowls a very tight line. Jamil bhai, what can Qatar do to make a match out of this?
Try to get this prize wicket of Jay Dhania. They will back in the game. But as long as she is there, I think Oman looks to be uncomfortable.
Would love to see a little bit of intent from Priyanka Mendonça. She's promoted herself to number 4. And that's where I feel that she needs to play her natural game. She needs to be a little positive. Can't go into the shackles.
She always try to hold one end intact with her, give chance to the non-batter to go in, this time out to the outside the office stump, and they'll go for a quick run.
The problem with holding one end tight is that, and there are 2 ways to do it. You can go defensive and hold one end tight, or you can rotate the strike and hold one end tight. I'm okay with the second one happening. And the problem with playing too many dot balls is that all of a sudden you lose a wicket and you don't have the scoreboard that has tickled. And then your side is in certain trouble. Great fielding. Brilliant fielding. Not really sure who the fielder was at mid-on, but to put in a full stretch dive to restrict a boundary, I think she's done brilliantly well.
Absolute brilliant. Just slide down, stop the ball with one hand. Look at that effort. Look at that one. She nicely placed it. Absolutely brilliant.
Dot ball. She'll have to make a case for himself. Priyanka Mendonça. She can bat. She's a decent bat. But at the moment, she's only looking to rotate the strike. 4 overs done, 27 for the loss of 2 Oman. one of the better bowlers in the Qatari lineup, Shireen Nawab. She can bat, but she's generally recognized for her bowling capabilities. A wicket taker. Straight, back past the bowler. The safest area in the field. And Priyanka Mendonca, who's looking to throw the kitchen sink at it, is able to rotate the strike on this occasion. I like that intent. Yes, not very effective, but I like that intent.
She too has to come up with some runs to her name apart from the bowling. I'm sure Oman has to work hard to get past these 97 runs.
They're missing the services of Nitya Joshi, who generally scores the boundaries and reduces the pressure. This time cut well, there is protection. The advantage that Oman gets with Nitya Joshi is that she plays unorthodox. So she will pull a good length delivery on the leg side and create a boundary. She will dance down the track. She'll always look to attack. And that is, you only understand the value of something when it is not there. And that is exactly what is happening with Oman. Nitya Joshi not in the middle, out for a duck. And that's where we know the value of Nitya Joshi in the side.
These wides must be avoided by Qatar. 2 more runs.
Cut well. Jetrude Chandiru will keep it down to a couple of runs. A very good shot from Jayadanya Gunasekar. Yields only 2 runs. She'll be mighty disappointed because that came from the meat of the bat.
Finally, runs are coming. That's more important.
Certainly you have to agree that
She is, of course, yes, one of the best batters. And, of course, her early wicket definitely give pressure on the Omani batters. There's no thought about that, second thought about that.
And now that she's not there, whom do you think should have been there at number 3? Because number 3, number 4, those are positions which will be in consideration tomorrow. Who do you think can play that fearless brand of cricket and reduce the pressure from the batting side?
Who has to come? I think Hina Javed is there, who can be smashing if you start her stint, because she has not been given much chance, and whatever the chance she got out early. Cut nicely. Good over so far. 5 overs done, 35 for 2.
You're so right there. I think Hina being that senior, I think she should be batting in the power play. She brings a lot to the table, and that's when, after the power play, once the field is open, I think that's when Fiza Javed will bring her best to the table.
She has done it in the last 2 matches, just giving support to Jayadhanya, going for the singles and doubles. As and when got chance, hit boundaries as well.
Looking to heave it on the leg side. Priyanka Mendonca gets a wide from the umpire. I really think that, I don't know why, but my gut feeling does say that straight down the ground, past that fielder at mid-off, not a lot of legs, not a lot of power, doesn't matter, it still gets to the boundary. Priyanka Mendonca will take a big sigh of relief, a big sigh of breather, because finally she's got a first boundary.
In the right time you're talking about it, she's standing and delivering over to the mid-off boundary. Welcome boundary for Oman.
I know that I've been very repetitive, but I really feel that Lojaina and Hina, those are the two missing links of this team. They need to bat a little higher because they're very aggressive, very attacking. And I think Hina batting in the power play can get the best out of the side. Once again, struck straight down the ground. This time, it's not a mid-off, it's a long off. And Priyanka will get a single.
Actually, they didn't get chance to come to bat because Nitya and Jayadhania is playing so well in the last two matches. The middle was not exposed too much.
And that is why I'm suggesting that a left-hander replacing a left-hander brings a lot more variety to the lineup. Dancing down the track. Happy to be rotating for a single. Should have pushed for the second, but won't get it on this occasion though. Priyanka Mendonca, not one of the quickest in the circuit. Handy bat. She can stick around.
Playing her role as a skipper, leading a team from the front. This time just on the back foot, played it out towards the short square leg. Good over for Oman. End of over number 6. It is 43 for 2.
And this is how things panned out for Oman. It all started with those 5 extras. And that is when Maria Teresa did not have her glasses. She got her glasses and all of a sudden, a wicket to her name in terms of Nitya Joshi. Ever since that, Jayadhania Gunasekar has done what she does best. Hold one and tight and be consistent. Although Fiza Javed was sent back to the dugout as a run-out, Priyanka Mendonca, in the last over of the power play, finally found a way to get a boundary. 43 on the board. Shireen Nawab continues from the Oman LNG end. And it's going to be change in voices in the comm box. I'm going to be joined by a man who has travelled 400 kilometers across to enjoy the weather here in Oman, just when it is pouring in Dubai.
We're missing out the weather back home in Dubai, but definitely enjoying the outing here at the Oman Cricket Academy. A lot of talent on offer. We've seen some wonderful batters, some good cricketers out at the center displaying their skills. And decent start for Team Oman. Yes, they did lose 2 wickets, but they've managed to keep the scoreboard ticking. Priyanka with that release shot, getting that boundary, releasing some nerves.
And what a moment in this game this is. Driven through the covers, or backward point rather. Jayadhania is very quick between the wickets.
Just understanding the way they've panned out. Imagine that's the crowd supporting Team Oman. A lot of noise, lot of buzz, lot of supporters for the local team here. Imagine if the opening batters of Qatar did not lose wickets, especially if those runouts, they could have went ahead to score beyond 120 run mark. If it would have been 120 run mark, would have had a game in hand.
Now, Oman and Qatar have played a few games against each other in the last 10 days. First, a couple of occasions very relaxed dugout for Oman. Couple of occasions in the tri-series, one in the league, one in the finale, and that's been the average score, 120, 130, and that has not troubled Oman. So 120, 130 is never going to be enough. Qatar understands that. And that is where, on this third occasion, when they're locking horns, they were trying to get 140, 150, and that's where they finished just around 90.
Yeah, that was the message from the skipper of Qatar, Aisha, trying to get to 140 run mark. Just didn't quite get there. But Gunasekar has been prolific. 17 of 18 deliveries. She's played the sheet anchor role, got those boundaries as and when required as well.
And that's been the problem, that Qatar is very much reliant on the services of Aisha. That's where the problem comes. We'll talk more about it. 7 overs done, 49 for the loss of 2, Oman.
Rohit Akhtar into the attack coming from the Oman LNG, and 49 required of 13 overs at the rate of 3.77, just under 4 runs an over. Should be a pretty much straightforward case for Oman as long as they don't lose wickets. Now look at that shot from the blade of Gunasekar, bisecting the fielders at short third and back foot point. Gets a boundary. Not a great start for Akhtar. Looking confident, looking good are the batters of Oman, and will definitely release a lot of pressure.
This is what you get when you have a quality batter on strike. She has that extra split of a second, and that's where things look so easy when she's batting in the middle, the player in form for Oman.
Yet she carries that responsibility on her shoulders. She knows what is the value of her wicket, and she doesn't get bogged down with a couple of dot deliveries. She makes sure that she's out there till the end. And especially, Pranav, when you have such batters with a peripheral vision who understands the value of the wicket, it becomes easier for the skipper. Well, you've picked up a boundary. Yes, there was a dot delivery, and then you pick up a single. That's exactly how you rotate. We've seen that from the chase master Virat Kohli at the international podium.
You talk about Virat Kohli for India, and then when you come to women's cricket, you have to talk about Jai Dhania. She's the Virat Kohli in the women's circuit for Oman. She's consistently chased totals down. She's hung in there. She never panics and plays very calculatively. Don't want to take anything away from Virat Kohli. Yes, he's a big player in the men's circuit. But then when you come to the smaller circuit, to replicate what the legendary Virat Kohli does at the big stage, I think Jai Dhania does it in smaller fashions for Oman.
She's cool as cucumber. It's the temperament that I'm appreciating about Gunasekar. Doesn't get bogged down with the wickets lost at the other end. And just taking it ball by ball. They know they've got the game in control. You don't need to do anything silly. You don't need to throw away your wicket, especially in a T20 format. It's the batters who tend to give away the wickets. It's not the bowlers who tend to earn the wicket, unlike in an ODI. And I think she's done well, Gunasekar.
Dot ball to finish that over. Rohit Akhtar very handy for Qatar. 6 runs from the first over of hers. 8 overs done, 55 for the loss of 2 Oman. Every time that Qatar is in serious trouble and they're looking for a wicket in desperation, it is Jetru Chandiru, and she's never disappointed so far in this tournament. Can she pick up a wicket here?
Starts off with the wayward delivery. She's got to be aiming at the off-stump channel. Just played away towards the fine leg region. It'll just be a single. At the moment, they are stitching up a partnership in this run chase.
Razan, what I want to show you is the kind of start that Jay Dhania takes at the non-strikers end compared to what everybody else takes. Just have a look. And that's the big difference between Jay Dhania and everybody else. That is why she's so special. That's what makes it very, very easy. One of the smaller starts for Priyanka Mendonca, and she doesn't charge through. And now you have a look at Jay Dhania Gunasekar.
She watches the bowler, takes that start, and especially it helps her when she's arriving at the danger end. Now you have to be equally mindful of the batter with whom you're walking. Yeah, exactly. Very well spotted there by Pranav.
And that's what makes her very special. She's very attentive in the field, and that's where she has that extra fraction of a second. Not just while batting, but even when she's at the non-striker's end. She has a good view, good control of what's happening in the field.
Waver down the leg side, and they pick up a single. 2 wides added to the tally, and those fine little things do make a difference when you're inches, millimeters away from that run out.
On how many occasions the ball has gone to short third or short fine and she's taken a single, because the kind of start that she takes, she's very attentive of everything. She doesn't just charge in. She sees the line, she sees the length, and according to that she takes it.
And it's the game awareness. And again, look at that full stretch dive from Priyanka. We're just talking about those minute seconds. Played with soft hands. The fielder was just at the inner circle and they managed to steal a single.
It's not that she's one of the quickest. Nitya, I assure you, is quicker than Jay Dhania. But Jay Dhania still has an extra bit of time. You can already see that Jay Dhania is there at the striker's end. Priyanka is still running through. Because she calculates the timing a little better than everybody else. And that's where her teammates need to learn this and adapt to it.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you're the top order batters and even towards the middle order batters as well. You need to learn from the best in the business. 9 overs done and dusted. 62 for 2.
Rohit Akhtar. Sliding down the leg, probably could have taken a little bit of thigh pad on the way to the wicketkeeper.
It just has to be mindful of the deliveries wavered down the leg side. Just ensure that you bowl the right channels. You've got a back field on the offside, short third, backward point, little bit of width on offer, 2 dot deliveries on the trot.
She's very calculative, and that's what makes Jay Dhania very most intelligent batters or most successful batters, they calculate the game very well. We spoke about Virat Kohli. Why he's special is because he calculates the game very well. Shot on the legs, in the gap. Priyanka Mendonca will say thank you very much. She'll probably leave a thank you note to Rohit Akhtar as well.
That was a poor delivery from Akhtar. Wavered down the leg side, easy pickings. And whenever you get that boundary, you can see that smile on the face of the batters. And all of a sudden, they've managed to stitch up a wonderful partnership. Just that 32 required now.
This is around the halfway mark. Priyanka Mendonca has done the job at the moment, 21 of 23. Much fuller on this occasion and shows the full face of the bat to respect it.
Again, consider it as a practice match tonight. They're up against a quality side tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see what will be the strategies, what will be the short-term goals, what will be the long-term goals for tomorrow. Yet again, direct hit, a polite inquiry from Akhtar.
Jayadanya is pretty much safe there.
But it's again the basics. You've got to drag your bat, and that's exactly what she's done. Dragging the bat in time. Another dot deliveries, but they've already picked up 4 runs off the over. A good comeback from Akhtar.
Priyanka would want to finish this over with a boundary. Heaved straight down the ground. It was in the air, a little bit of an opportunity for Rohit Akhtar as well. But a single to long off. Halfway mark, 67 on the board for the loss of 2 Oman. And it's time for both the sides to take a little bit of a breather, get a little bit of a refreshment and re-strategize. Priyanka Mendonça. A little rusty after the drinks break.
Good delivery, completely outfoxed Priyanka on that occasion. Just that 31 required now. Cool and breezy conditions out at the Oman Cricket Academy. Just a punch down the ground.
Razan, honestly, it's a game gone, done and dusted for Qatar at the moment, unless and until they can pick up 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 wickets together. That's the only way they can come back into this game.
Oh, absolutely. Just that 30 required, and the way Gunasekar and Priyanka are batting, they're looking quite comfortable out at the centre. Just toying with the field, enjoying their outing. No fine leg in place. So she's got to be making sure she's got to bowl that off stump channel. Anything wavered down the leg side will be punished.
In the air on this occasion. She's very strong through the offside. But don't get me wrong, Qatar needs to work and get some spinners up their sleeves. That is something that has been missing in the middle overs. Some good quality left arm spin, probably leg spin, even off spin.
Oh, absolutely. You need to have a mixed bag of players, multiple options, and you can hand pick them as per the conditions of the wicket and the venue that they're actually playing. That's a very valid point that you've mentioned, and especially we've seen with Team UAE, Vaishnavi, then Michelle Botha, and there was one more spinner, the left arm orthodox, quite impressive.
Absolutely spot on. Can't refuse to the fact spinners are the key. Oman are banking on Jay Dania, Priyanka Mendonça, Amanda De Costa. At the same time, for Kuwait you have Amna Sharif, you have Mariam, and then you have UAE banking on Vaishnavi Mahesh. You obviously have the left arm spin of Michelle Botha and Katie Thompson. 4 runs from that over of Jetrude Chandiru. 11 overs done, 71 for the loss of 2. Talking about spin, we completely forgot about Lahira, Abhay Sekara. She's a good, handy left-arm spinner. Completely forgot about her.
Which she introduced way too late today. We're into the 12th over. Abhay Sekara coming from the LNGN waiver delivery down the leg side. That will be a wide. Even the keeper could not collect it. They look for the second, but will settle for one. Yeah, enticing the batter to go after her, Abhay Sekara. Keeping it simple, keeping it straight. I would have expected her to come a little bit early, just probably after the completion of power play. The skipper Aisha had other plans. You've got to be mindful. You cannot afford to play across the line in the process. If you tend to miss that out, the ball will be crashing onto the stumps. All would be a clear LBW.
Well, once again, Jai Dhania, the backbone of Oman cricket, showing her class, patience, and character required for this match against Qatar. Stood tall at one end, batting on 27. But the way she started the innings looks to be complete control. And of course, the captain herself, Priyanka, doing superb job, giving her admirable support required.
You've made a very valid point. She's taken full command of the game, where she lost partners at the other end, but she's kept her cool. She knew what is at stake. A wonderful opportunity to get her team over the line. She stood tall and she ensured they are very much in contention. Priyanka goes aerial, just didn't quite time it well.
Leading the team from the front, the captain Priyanka Mendonca first did the job with the ball and now with the bat. Confidently playing, giving what support Jai Dhania needs from her. Down the leg side, she tried to swept it beautifully through the fine leg boundary, 4 runs.
Clearly now they are in a hurry. They want to finish things off quickly. They want to head back, have some good rest and come back stronger tomorrow. Wavered down the leg side, waited for it, and that execution, diligently executed by Gunasekar, fetches a boundary. Oman 80 for 2 after 12, 18 more runs required.
Well, the composure at which the Oman batters are playing, I'm sure tomorrow the finale will be what you call a thrilling one, with those batters doing absolutely great job. Jai Dhania, Mendonca, both of them.
We certainly want a final worthy of a final. Always in for thrillers, always in for suspense thrillers, I must say. Yeah, UAE are certainly riding high on confidence, and Oman are no short.
Well, things are going out of the hand by Qatar at the moment. It was an overthrow, and they really took advantage of that, got 2 runs on the board. Once again, looks to be another clinical performance from Oman against Qatar, as they did against Kuwait. Absolutely full marks to fielding, bowling and batting.
Another good punch towards the covers region. A couple of runs. They're dealing in singles and doubles at the moment.
Jai Dhania, look at that crowd supporting the local team. Some boys are also there, families are also there, watching their team playing superbly, reaching towards the target of 97. With magnificent batting once again by Jai Dhania, and equally well supported by the skipper herself, going for another clinical victory against Qatar. Cut 12 and they go for a quick single. No, I think Qatar is also looks to be that given up situation.
Well, the body language says it all. They did fight in the power play. They did pick up wickets, but ever since the departure of those 2 wickets, Priyanka Mendonca promoted herself up the order. She took that responsibility. She managed to stitch up a partnership alongside Gunasekar and kept things simple, followed the basics, and clearly are in hunt for the victory.
Smooth sailing here for Oman. Time flashes, misses out, this time outside the off stump. We'll hope to see a very, very crucial finale tomorrow between the point leaders UAE in the air, and finally a wicket they were looking for, an easy going.
Maybe a bit too late. Yeah, just trying to go aerial and straight to the fielder, and a good catch in the end. Oman lose the in-form batter. Gunasekar will have to take a long walk back to the dugout. 85 for 3.
Oman's performance throughout the tournaments confirms that they're going to play the finale. Apart from the match they lost against UAE, they have won 3 matches on a trot, and today is the 4th one. They're almost through.
Well, qualifying for the finals is never easy, and this team has earned it with disciplined performances and collective brilliance. Team Oman, yes, they were down under against Team UAE, but they've managed to fight back, come back. They've come back really, really stronger.
Coming down towards the leg offside, try to play it over to the fine leg. Hina Javed, we're talking about her. She didn't get much chance to show her class. It's coming at a time when the Oman doesn't need much runs. Playing and misses. Good over from Abhyasakara.
Good delivery, just gets Willow right on time. Opportunity run out, and a direct hit. Abe Sekara with a brilliant hit at the timber.
Well, these things should have been come a bit earlier. Things may be a bit difficult for Oman, but from here on, things looks to be in favor. What a brilliant throw from her. Shattering the stump. Look at that one. Straight shattering the stumps at the wicketkeeper's end. And there was no place for the batter to save her wicket.
86 for 4.
Good delivery from him outside the off stump. A bit late comeback from Qatar.
Gets off the mark, a bit of yes and no, and in the end, they managed to pick up a single. That's one area they've got to be mindful about going into the big finale tomorrow, Team Oman. The running between the wickets.
Everything looks good for Oman from last couple of matches. Of course, running between the wicket were excellent. But today, a bit what you call hesitation among the batters to go for the runs.
A new batter at the non-strikers end would be Cynthia Mary Saldanha. Hina Javed just could not face a delivery. Run out in the process. Priyanka keeping it cool, holding one end up, playing the sheet anchor role. Picks up a single, retained strike, 14 gone, 88 for 4. Just that 10 runs needed now.
Chandiru will continue to bowl. And I all the heads off to the skipper of Oman, Priyanka Mendonca, leading the team from the front. And I have seen whenever time comes, she changes her bowling so cleverly, bringing herself in, taking the lead, getting the wickets at the right time, coming at number 3 this time, keeping one hand intact, giving all the support which Jai Dhania requires from her, and bring Oman closer to the victory.
Going that extra mile, taking that responsibility, is the skipper of Oman, Priyanka Mendonca. Packed offside field. Chandiru has been instrumental, just given away 17 runs into her 4th over. But they have had a great campaign, Qatar as well. They'll be proud of the way they've come out and showcased their talent. Yes, unfortunately, could not qualify for the finals, but they did play well. Another direct throw would have created another casualty.
Went to the wrong hand, should have been sent towards the bowler's hand, where it was almost halfway through. But anyhow, the pressure is really mounting on the Qatari fielders. 90 runs on board now. Another 8 runs will definitely put the seals off on Qatar's efforts.
Getting those singles and doubles quite comfortably now is Priyanka.
Well, I think they should not panic at all. Just singles are enough to reach the target rather than going for the big shots. Some down the leg side. All the credit to the women coaches Desmond Barhat and Amir Ali for bringing this team back into the finale. Shot and cut nicely to the sweeper cover.
It's always an interesting contest, especially when you have Oman taking on UAE. We'll talk more about it. 15 overs gone, 92 for 4. Just a maximum required now. Abhisekara will continue her third over. Wavered down the leg side. Misses the fielder at the fine leg region. They look for two. And a wavered throw will fetch them. A direct throw was required. And now Team Oman are a boundary away.
Could have been throw into the hands of the wicketkeeper. Could have been a goner. But it was delayed. Fumbled at the one end. Couldn't throw properly.
What a campaign it has been for Oman. Game after game, they've risen to the occasion. With almost qualifying now for the grand finale. Straight down the ground. Another single.
Saldana's giving support to captain, who looks so cool, so composed. Smashed it towards the square leg boundary. And they go for the two, leveling the score. Congratulations to Oman team to be in the finale tomorrow, and I'm sure UAE must take note what Oman is doing in the last two matches. They should not take them easily. They have to fight hard to get through.
Lot of noise, lot of spectators. Priyanka seals the deal. Priyanka gets the team over the line. And they reserve the spot in the grand finale. Heartiest congratulations to the team on a well-deserved qualifications for the finals. Well, it's the consistency, character and composure that have defined their journey.
Look at the duck out. They are really feeling proud that Oman comes into the finale. All credit to their captain, who just smashed that winning runs at the moment. Over to the long on, got 2 runs, and Oman through to the big finale tomorrow against UAE. What a knock from the captain. Also knock from the Dhania. Brought the victory for Oman. Another clinical victory over Qatar by Oman.
Well, this is the reward for the hard work, smart cricket and belief. Thoroughly deserved finalist, our team Oman. We are up for a cracker of a contest tomorrow, I can tell you that for sure. The entire team, they trusted the process and they stood tall under pressure. Having a look at the batting card, Jay Dhanya Gunasekar leading from the front, scoring 32 of 35 deliveries. Nitya Joshi was adjourned LBW. Fizat Javed could not contribute, but then that sheet anchor role and leading from the front was Priyanka Mendonka, scoring 37 of 44 deliveries, 21 extras to the tally.
Well, I believe this 21 extras definitely put pressure on Qatar. Nothing to talk about Qatar bowlers. It is 1 wicket for Teresa. She gave 1 for 15, 1 wicket for Chandiru, and no other bowler can put any impact on the Omani batter. It is 98 for 4 Oman. 21 extras. Definitely it is a big factor in Oman's win. And I'm sure Qatar must be thinking that how those runs have been taken. So match summary, Qatar batted first, 97 for 9. Only Rana got 39 and Sarva Kumar got 16. Christina Jacob got 12. Aftab got 2 for 11 and Gunasekara got 2 for 17. Jay Dhania and Mendonka got 1 for 8. Chasing 98, it was Priyanka Mendonka who scored 37 not out of 44 deliveries, and Jay Dhania absolutely brilliant once again. 32 of 35. Saldana not out with 6. 1 wicket hit for Marisa, 1 for 15, and 1 for Chandiru. It is all Oman finale tomorrow between Oman and UAE. We will have a short break, and it will be Pranav Mehta with the post-match presentation.
Last and final game of the GCC Women's T20I Championship 2025. It was the game between Qatar and Oman. And Oman, who had one leg in the finale, will jump across the line and get to the finale to face UAE. Certainly, it was a spirited effort because Qatar didn't let it come easy. First, to talk to the captain of Qatar, Aisha. Aisha, things not in your favor, but certainly a lot of positives to look forward to.
Yes, the change came when the two runouts came from the set batters. I think that is something we really need to work on because I'm sure if we had stayed, it would be 140, 150 plus because the balls are coming nicely. We were timing it very well, but unfortunately, yeah, that's cricket.
It goes without saying that the amount of reliance that Qatar has on your wicket, that is something that you would want to change in the future.
Yeah, that's what is cricket. At the end, I will say that because I always go focus. I really want to score for the team because I know I can do that. But unfortunately, again, it's not the day. Yeah.
We're going to be losing out on Qatar in this tournament. But if you look forward to those three findings, those three incredible performers for Qatar, apart from you, who were they?
I would really say you that we have a team of under 17, like 18, 19, and we want these youngsters to perform. I know in the long run they will give us a good benefit. As you can see, their bowling, the way they bat and all, yeah, but still we have to, giving them exposure in these games will help them to develop. So that's our main target, to keep them. And for surely we have Shruti, JJ, Lihara, Krishita, these players coming up and you need to keep a watch on them.
Certainly, we'll be keeping a close eye on them. We're very happy and very proud of how Qatar is developing very quickly. Best wishes to you and the entire Qatar Federation.
Yeah, thank you so much.
The captain of Qatar, Aisha. The next in line, the much happier captain, the captain who would certainly smile today because Oman has qualified, Priyanka Mendonca. Priyanka, you can smile, can't you?
I am.
How happy are you? A sword on your head till the last game, and now the sword is away. You're in the finale.
Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely, overwhelmed. Very, very happy with my team, with what's done today. I think they never had a back foot, and just my support staff, everybody, just the coaches. It's so good to see that we are on a winning streak right from the triangular. So, yeah, I'm just too happy.
What are the positives that you take into the finale? Yes, you're into the finale, that's one part. Your running between the wickets has been spoken about and that's been appreciated. Your fielding has been pretty much spot on. Bowling has been okay with the spinners. What else can you talk about?
I think we still missed a few runouts, which were crucial. But the first two runouts was something that brought us back in the game. So I think we would work more on the 30-yard fielding. There were a lot of singles still taken. Boundaries also, I think 1 or 2 were really unnecessary.
Your prime batter at number 4 has got runs finally. Middle order was a little bit of a trouble, but Priyanka with runs, should that calm the nerves for Oman?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I also play an anchoring role. So, of course, I have to stay till the end for my team. And yeah, that happened.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Priyanka Mendonca, the much happier captain. Oman is into the finale and she will certainly be smiling. Before we head further, Nishit Poonja, who's going to be awarding the player of the match, will join us in the frame. It cannot be anybody else but the player towards whom Oman always looks forward to, whether it is with the bat, whether it is with the ball, whether it is in the field. She does get direct hits. She picks up wickets when it is required. And at the top, she creates that base which Oman counts on. Jai Dania, the player of the match. Four overs, 17 runs and 2 wickets with the bat. 32 runs of 35 deliveries, 3 boundaries. JD, you're an integral part of Oman. Goes without saying. But this was the last league game. How happy and how content are you? And how hungry are you for the finale?
Yes, definitely. We've been waiting forward for this moment and all of us are really happy. The hard work we've put in for the past couple of months with the help of our support staff, our board members and everybody, ground staff, I would like to thank all of them and just really excited and looking forward for the final against UAE.
you lost your partner a little early, and it almost felt as if there was a little bit of a panic in the camp, especially Fazal came and lost. You lost her early as well. Priyanka was promoted. You stitched a partnership. At any point of time, you thought that Oman was in trouble.
Not at all, because we have a deep batting lineup and we trust all our batters, whether it's batters or bowlers, and we have a full trust on them. So we just kept it simple, and that we had to rotate, and we just had to communicate and not take any risks. So that was the plan all the way.
And especially about your fielding. We have noticed that you at covers and Nitya Joshi at mid-wicket play an integral role, and you've found wickets with direct hits. Is it all strategized?
Yeah, it is definitely strategized before the match. We have our plans coming in. So I guess we just executed it, and then it just came spot on. So yeah, thanks to our coaching staff again, and our captain and our whole team for, keeping our trust and belief in ourselves. Yeah.
Final one, with the ball in hand, when you're bowling, obviously you have been bowling after Amanda and Priyanka. You come in towards the later end, and that's where you have been even more important. You have not been leaking runs, picking up wickets. Should you come in a little earlier?
No, I don't think so. I'm happy to come anywhere. Wherever my team needs me, I'm always there for them. So I'm happy with the bowlers, and we just did according to our plan. So they know that, and we know it ourselves as well. So it's just the trust, I say. The trust is the key. So yeah.
Congratulations and best of luck for tomorrow, Jayadanya.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Player of the match, Jayadanya Gunasekar. She's been the player to watch out for Oman, and that's how it's been throughout this tournament. Do hang in. We are done for today, but tomorrow is the all-important finale. It is the home side, Oman, that is going to be taking on the neighboring country, UAE. We talk about El Clasico. This is the Al Clasico, and that is where you want to watch out on the final action. Who lifts the trophy? Whether it is Oman or whether it is UAE. Thank you.